Okay, so paper 2 now. We're allowed a calculator, but for the first 3 we don't need one. So first question, straight in, the equation of a line. Now to do this question, you should know the general equation of a straight line is y equals mx plus c, where m is the gradient and c is the y-intercept. So I can see for this question that the y-intercept is at -1. So which of those coordinates is right? Because both of these first two have -1 in. So the answer is the first one. Here, you have to remember the first number represents the x value and the second is the y value. So when x is 0, the y value is -1. That's where the y-intercept is. For number 2, indices. So numerator first. When we multiply, we add the indices. So we've got a to the power of 10 here. 4 add 6 gives 10. Divided by a cubed. So when we divide, we subtract the powers. So we're looking for a to the 7. 10 take away 3 is 7. So there we go. Number 3, a coin is thrown 50 times. The coin lands on heads 30 times. Calculate the relative frequency of the coin landing on heads. So 30 out of 50, which is equivalent to 3/5. Okay, so number 4 is a question about bounds. We have 15.8, which has been rounded to 3 significant figures. Circle the error interval. So 15.75 would round to 15.8. So it's going to be either of these two, look, where x is greater than or equal to 15.75. 15.75 does round to 15.8 when you round it to 3 significant figures. So the correct answer here is this one here. So all values less than 15.85 but bigger than or equal to 15.75 do round to 15.8. Here, this is wrong just here because that value would in fact round to 15.9, wouldn't it, if x did equal 15.85. So that's the correct answer here. Right, number 5, double brackets, expanding them, remembering between these two brackets is a multiplication sign. Now there's a few different methods. I prefer the grid methods. That's what I'm going to model just here. So I need to do x and 5 multiplied by x and that -4. So x times x is x squared, x times 5 is 5x, x times -4 is -4x, and -4 times -5 is -20. So that's the first part. Now we do need to simplify. So we have x squared in our expression. We also have 5x take 4x. So 5x subtract 4x is 1x. So I'm going to write that here. And I also have a -20. So that's the correct expression. For part B, solve. So we have 2 brackets multiplied together to give you 0. So what would x have to be for the first bracket to equal 0? So when we multiply by 0, we get 0. So we can see from the first bracket that when x is 8, we're going to have 0 as our answer when we multiply it by x plus 7. So the second bracket, what would x have to be for it to equal 0? -7. So they are the two solutions. X, 8 or -7 would make it equal to 0.